everyone, I haven't done a ukulele tutorial in a while, but I decided to do one for Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis, just because that movie came out recently. So I decided to do this for you guys because I did a cover of this on piano a couple years ago, and then I did a ukulele cover a month ago or so. So I decided to teach you guys because this has the basic chords and a few not basic chords, and it's not super difficult, but it is easy once you get the hang of it. So I wanted to explain it for you guys, and hopefully you guys can play this song as well. I love this song. I think I first heard this song covered by Haley Reinhart, I think is how you say her name, and it was that gum commercial. Let me know if you guys have seen that, because that commercial is everything. That's when I first heard this song, so I really liked it. So you're going to be using a lot of chords in this song. You're going to be using C, E minor, A minor, F, and B7. Sorry, there's people staring at me. B7th and D minor. I'm going to be briefly explaining the chords, but if you already know them and just want to know the strumming pattern and just want to like play along with me, I'll put timestamps on the screen, or you can hover over the video to see the chapters. So the first chord you'll be using is C. It should sound like that. You probably know this one. Another one is E minor, which is this sound right here. A minor, and F, and G, that, and then another one you'll be using is B7th, which looks like that. It's kind of difficult. You have to bar it with your finger. I think that's the easiest way to play it, so B7th, and then you also want to use D minor, which makes that sound, A7th, and I think those are all of them. So as for the strumming pattern and how you can play this song and arrange it, it's definitely up to you. You can play it however you would like to. You can strum it the whole time, or you can go for more of a slow vibe where you're just strumming it once. So you could do wise men say and like strum it once at a time, or you can actually do like strumming patterns. So you could do wise men say, and you could do it like that. I don't really remember how I played it in my cover, but I think I probably strummed it once for the beginning. I'll throw the chords up and the lyrics and everything on the screen. So the first one you're starting with is C, so you go wise, and then the next one is men, so you go E minor, men, and then A minor, say, only, and then for fools you're going to go to F, fools, C, rush, G, in, then you're going to go to F on I, so you're gonna go but I, and then G, can't, A minor, help, F, falling in, C, love, G, with, C again, you. So you're kind of changing the chord to every word that you're singing, so it is kind of confusing, but once your chord progression is pretty good, I think it'll be easier to follow. So then the next part I started strumming, I think, so, and it's the same chord progression. You're going shall I stay, would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you. So that's kind of how the chord progression goes while you're strumming. So for the strum pattern, I like to go down, 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 up, down. I like to just go down for the most part, and then when I'm changing to the next chord is when I go up. So I go down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Well, I guess that part I didn't, but you can kind of play around with it, see what fits for you. It's just what is easiest for me, but you don't have to focus too much on how the strumming is going. As long as your chord progression is at the right time, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, since there are so many chords in this song, it's a little bit harder to change, so I definitely think before you start singing, try practicing the chord progression so that you can get the hang of going from the C to the E minor to the A minor and things like that, just so that you're not lost while you're strumming. I definitely think the beauty of playing with ukulele and also singing singing at the same time is for your chord progression to be pretty solid, like more than your strumming, I think, in my opinion, because I feel like if you're lost in between chords, then it kind of delays the song, and like the audience is going to start to become unsure if you like know how to play it and stuff. So I definitely think practicing chord progressions is the main thing you should be focused on, and then once you get the hang of that, then you can move on to like singing and maybe strumming it as well. So if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend going wise men say, and hopefully you'll get used to that chord progression, and then once you get the hang of that, you can go into the strumming type thing. You know what I mean? So let's go through that first section again together. So starting from C. So I'm going to be strumming it once for the first 2 lines, and then the next 2 lines I'm going to be strumming. Here we go, starting with C. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? So that is the first part of the song, and then the next part is the bridge. The chord progression does change. So the first one you're using is E minor, like a river, and then flows, you're gonna go to B7, the one that was a little bit tricky. So the one where you're barring with your pointer finger and also using your middle finger, press on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. This sound, it's a little bit hard. Definitely get used to this shape before you start singing it, and try to get all of the sound out, and make sure all of the strings have a nice clear sound like that. And you're going back to E minor, and then B7th again, E minor, B7th again, and then you're going to go E minor, and then you're going to go to A7, and then D minor, and then G. Just the second line kind of changes a little bit, but for the most part you're kind of just bouncing back and forth from E minor and B7th. So when you're going from E minor and B7th in this bridge, I don't know what I did. I might have just strummed once so that the chord progression was a little bit easier. You could strum it like we were doing earlier, or you could strum it once if you wanted to. So you could go like a river flows surely to the sea. Yeah, you see, like I'm not really that good at that either. It's a little bit tricky, so you could do it just once, like a river flows, and just play it once at a time so it's easier to see. I definitely think it's worth like just strumming it once instead of strumming it multiple times so that you get a clearer, better sound, unless you can do the E minor to B7th progression pretty smoothly and nicely with your strumming. I'm just not too great at it, so I think I did it once in my cover. But whatever works for you. Starting with E minor, like a river, B7, flows, back to E minor, surely to the B7, C, E minor again, darling, so it, B7 again, goes, and then E minor again, some things, and then for R you're gonna go to A7, are meant, and then you're gonna go to D minor, to B, back to G, E, and then the next part is basically the same chord progression that we were doing in the first part. We're going back to C, take my hand, so we're gonna do, it's just 2 lines, and I think this part I strummed for it, so we're gonna do that as well. So we're starting from C and starts with take my hand. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like that, and then after that we're going back to the bridge, so it's the exact same lyrics, same chord progression, we're just doing that again. Starting from E minor, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. And then we're going back into the same chord progression we were doing earlier, and then basically like the same lyrics. So starting from take my hand with chord C. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, for I can't help falling in love with you. So for the very last line where you're saying for I can't help falling in love with you, I just strummed it once to kind of like make it dramatic and seem like it's coming to an end. I just think it sounds better that way, but you can play it however you like. So if you would like to go through the entire song with me, then you can just check out the cover down below, because I just sing through it for that one, so you can definitely play along with me. But I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope that it was easy to follow. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you guys want to see any other ukulele tutorials down in the comments below, and let me know if it was kind of hard to follow in any parts. I'd be happy to help you in the comments. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out my tutorials playlist, because I do have one. I've done lots of ukulele tutorials, and I've done a couple piano tutorials as well. So make sure you check that out, and I will see you in the next video.